Hello there guys, it's Toad Peregrine 4 here with another video. This is on the Minecraft server that does not have a name. The server doesn't have a name. This series, I guess, doesn't really either. This video will have a name though. But I've been working a fair bit on the server the past few days. You will probably have seen, or at least it will have been uploaded, 2 time lapses of me digging this hole and constructing the ceiling of this hole. But I'm going to show you what I've been working on in the meantime. So, I've sort of started making this area livable. Because this entire underground area is going to be my base. So what I've done is I've gone through and I've installed 2 bridges so far. I may find a need for a third. However, I don't currently know where I would put a third. So I've got, one that we just walked over, and then this one as well. I had some steps there that I got rid of because of this bridge. I've installed a farm. So it has 4x4 plots of potatoes, 4 plots of wheat, which you can actually punch from up here, interestingly enough, and then 1 plot of carrots in the middle, and no beets, because beets are stupid, and there's no reason that they're in the game at all. I have some animal pits over here, well, animal alcoves, I suppose, although I'm not really happy with them. I'm probably going to end up changing up how they exist, just because I'm not really all that happy with it. But for now, I need a farm, gotta eat. So the way that you get into this farm here is through this windmill. Inside this windmill we have a little bit of storage. As you can see, it does have an upstairs, but I don't really have anything in it. I guess other than some windows. Now you might be thinking, why do you have a windmill in an underground cavern? That is stupid. What's a windmill gonna do? Well, glad you asked, because you totally did. Well, in theory, assuming this were a real thing, you could have a cross breeze running, down through here, and then, the path of least resistance of any air that started moving down through here would be to push it through the windmill and then out there. In Minecraft, what does that mean? Nothing. I just wanted a windmill. But it could reasonably work, although arguably you would need some sort of air scoop attached to one of the holes that would correspond to some consistent wind pattern of some variety. But yeah, a windmill. Windmills are cool, I guess. And I'm pretty happy with the way this one turned out. Yeah. We'll get to here in a second. Over here we have a blacksmith and forge area. So I'm probably going to end up regretting this decision and then completely backtracking. But as it stands now, I want things to pretty much exclusively be where they should be. So if you have a forge, that's where your anvil goes. And if you need to anvil something, you go to the forge. Now, considering how I shouldn't be doing a whole lot of enchanting here, that would probably be done at the ender. Occasionally using an anvil on something and having to run up here every now and then, it shouldn't really be that that big of an issue. But we have some furnaces in here that I actually haven't used. I don't know if I'm going to put an auto furnace inside here, maybe. I mean, I could do quite a number of auto furnaces. I mean, one double auto furnace there, another one there, another one there. Just lots of auto furnace potential that I don't know if I'm going to do. I might. I don't know. Down here, we have, you know, where you'd keep fuel for your forge here. But this also doubles as access to the beacon beam, which I think is kind of cool. So if you need to change the beacons for whatever reason, if they ever add more, you know, abilities, then you could, you know, swap them up. But, yeah. Now, as for this beacon beam, you might be wondering, although again, probably not, where are those beams that we just saw? Come out here, there's no beams there. Come inside, no beams there. Where are the beams? Who knows? Who knows where the beams are? Anyway, I do have a secret room back here. That's totally not a secret anymore. Oh, there are the beams. And up here is going to be a safe of some variety, so you would have, you know, higher quality pieces and tools up here. Sort of your creme de la creme pieces you'd keep up here. And I think it looks kind of nice. You've got a view of the beacon beams here, which is kind of neat. You have this kind of cool circuit, which I can show off. So essentially, I have a Jeb door hooked up to a comparator pulse extender, and then two sources for the button press. You have this actual button, which this button probably isn't going to stay here. It's going to be like some secret activation source of some variety. And then the pressure plates connect to here. And what this piston does is when the Jeb door is open, the pressure plates don't activate. And what that does is it's supposed to make it so the door doesn't double open. So you run through here, and then it doesn't open again, because the signal from this is cut off. So, actually there's a modification I need to make to this to make it slightly more reliable. Let's see here. Sorry about the clicking. Let's grab an observer, because you can use an observer as a pulse limiter, and since pressure plates can have a slightly random pulse length, occasionally if the pressure plate's still pressed when the Jeb door closes, then it'll, you know, open the door again. But if I put a pulse limiter here, just like that, okay, now it should very rarely double trigger. It's still double triggered though. Oh, okay, so I can't use an observer as a pulse limiter in this situation because it's also firing, whoops, that's annoying, because it's also firing, when this gets unpressed. So unfortunately, that particular brand of pulse limiter doesn't work in this application. Kind of unfortunate. Yeah, I'll put in a proper pulse limiter at some point, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I don't remember if I've shown this river or not. But I'm flying. Okay, it's good to know. Yeah, this is the tunnel that we just busted into. Things are actually a lot tighter in here than I thought. If we hop out over here, I actually had to bubble this wall out a little bit to accommodate the blacksmith. Like if I were to mine some blocks right there, you'd see the walls of the blacksmith there. Because this wall actually isn't nearly as thick as I thought it was, but no big deal. We still clicking through here? Of course we are. I wonder what we're working on. Looks like we're working on cobble currently. We'll get to that in a minute. I actually just finished that. That's why all of my shulker boxes are right there. Next, I have created this little house, which I think eventually this little house, I don't exactly know what I'm gonna do with it just yet. I just wanted a little house to be right here. But I don't know. This might end up being for enchanting. I don't really know, because I have this as well, where I'm gonna have like a little garden out back. But I need to find an actual function for this house. This house may just be my house, I don't know. Somewhere fairly convenient to the rest of... Well, this isn't really convenient to the rest of the base, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know where my actual, sleeping place is going to end up being. This may just be one of, like, 3 or 4 different, little houses that I can just sleep in. But yeah, I don't really have a purpose for this one yet. I'm sure I'll think of something. I need to actually like decorate it and then fill in this little garden. It's mostly undone, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. And it's not too big, so I'm pretty happy with it. And then lastly, and I've based this entirely off of a redstone design that Mumbo Jumbo has made, of just storage silos, using comparators to indicate how full something is. I don't watch all of his videos. I watch one every now and then. But I did remember seeing the one where he made silos like this. And I don't actually know if he ever put a sorting system hooked up to it. I don't know that. But I thought this could use one, so I have a sorting system integrated in. So you've got cobblestone, stone, basalt, andesite, and marble. All of which I have in spades from excavating this. So it's kind of neat having a a visual representation of it. I think it's pretty neat. And it's nice and convenient. It doesn't take up too much space that would be occupied by something else. I mean, I could build something right here, but I don't know. I definitely am going to build something aesthetic, probably both here and here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have sort of shops along this like in this general area, which will probably mean me also having some freestanding structures, because this is a rather large area just to have it be blank and flat. But yeah, having little shops and stuff, and I say shops, I really just mean storage areas for certain foods, or not foods, for certain items. So Although I may slap prices on it, and then if people want to come down here and buy some of the stuff I have, they can do that. Um, you know, kind of like this here. Although this is more of a utility building. This is supposed to be for smelting stuff, but I suppose I could also sell armor pieces here. Yeah. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way this is turning out. I definitely think this is one of my favorite builds that I've done in this game. It's certainly been a lot of work. I plan on having lots of redstone devices, lots of builds, lots of all the things really, except probably pixel art. There probably won't be any pixel art, but yeah. Let me know what you guys think. But that is all I have for this video. I'm going to go ahead and thank you for watching, and I will talk to you next time, which will be at some point, probably. Bye guys.